And welcome to Tell Me Your Story, New Paradigms for a New World. I'm Richard Dugan, and I thank you so much for being with us today. Now, normally I would jump into all of the particulars of how you can hear the program or see the program and how you can support the program and participate in the decade of perfect vision, the 2020s. I'll get into that later because you're going to want to hear about this program. I am actually looking at the website of my guest and the work that he is doing. It is Dr. Master Sha. First of all, thank you so much for joining us here on the program. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. My great honor to serve.
As is mine. So we will serve together. I'm looking at something that I think, and it's just incredible what I'm looking at, which I think goes to the whole aspect of the Tao Calligraphy healing field. That is what we're going to be talking about today. Experience the power. And I have to tell you that I must be feeling it even through the web, even though this is a still. There are like 19 different framed calligraphy. And I don't know if that's art or if it's, those are actual words. I know that you use the form of calligraphy in many different areas. This is just beautiful. And then, of course, you have one right behind you for those who are watching us on YouTube. First of all, tell us about this, the concept of calligraphy, not so much the healing energy or the healing field. Let's just talk about calligraphy in general right now, because I think, does it not transcend cultures? We use calligraphy here in the United States when we do our alphabet or our numbers or so forth.
Yes, Chinese calligraphy was well known by 1,000 years. There are 4 or 5 major styles of Tao calligraphy. So Tao calligraphy, I was very blessed when there was a professor more than 100 years old who's in Toronto University. She was Chinese. She just transitioned a short while ago. And she learned calligraphy from last emperor, a Qing dynasty in China. And the emperor's teacher has a very unique art. And she learned, she kept for whole life. I was the lucky one. She delivered this unique art to me. Calligraphy is the art. Tao calligraphy, millions of people know Lao Tzu, the wise man, Tao Te Ching, millions of people know Jesus' Bible. Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu shared the Tao is the source. Tao calligraphy is the source power came into the calligraphy for healing, for rejuvenation, for transformation.
And as I said, as I went to the website, I'm just looking at each one of these, and each symbol, what is the term I want to use for this framed, I'm going to say piece of art is what it is, or calligraphy.
Yes,
what is that?
Okay, everybody see the wall. See the wall in YouTube. See the wall. I have the calligraphy wall. There's 4 words there. Let me explain. Give me a second.
Absolutely. Folks, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you're going to have to go to YouTube because that's where you're going to see this. It's just spectacular. Go right ahead.
Okay. Okay. You know, the calligraphy wall. Okay.
There you go.
Good. The calligraphy wall, I wrote the 4 words. First, normally, Tao. This is a Chinese normal Tao. Then Tao De means nutrient from the source. Tao is the source. Da means greatest. I means love. So therefore, I wrote the Tao calligraphy like this. This is a normal Chinese.
And folks, if I could describe it, I would, but you're going to have to go to YouTube.
Tao means source. De means virtue, nourishment. Da means greatest. I means love. so-called Tao Source, the virtue, nectars, liquid. Tao means greatest. I means love. Love. Source, nutrients. Love light. Greatest love. There are frequency vibration. When I create a calligraphy, the source put a invisible power because the source cannot be seen, cannot be touched. You know, you and me and Richard, we can see each other. People can see us. People can hear us. We are in the existent world. Tao is a creator, cannot be seen, cannot be heard. We have time, bang, 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 every second. There no time, no space. So therefore, Tao calligraphy is a brain and the source love light frequency vibration inside the calligraphy. That we could offer, you give me a time today, I offer 5 minutes Tao calligraphy light massage. Everybody know massage? And I did it for last 2 or 3 weeks. Every Saturday, thousands of people worldwide lie down from multiple countries, lie down to receive light massage. Later, you give me 5 minutes, I can do a demo.
I would look forward to that. You're listening to Tell Me Your Story. We're talking with Dr. Master Sha. Website is drsha.com. That's DRSHA.com. You are going to be blown away by the work that you are going to see on this website. It is absolutely beautiful, and you need to find out about it. You can find out more, of course, get more details, of course, about our guest here on the program, Dr. Master Sha. The art of calligraphy, Tao calligraphy, how old? I know it's old. I know it's thousands of years. How old can we put a date on it, even though time is but a man-made construct?
Yeah, and you know, Lao Tzu wrote the Tao Te Ching. Lao Tzu, the wise man, the author of the Tao Te Ching, 2,500, and China Tao Grand Master. Then the Buddha in ancient India, about 2,500 years. In China, there's a Confucius, Kongzi, the founder, the similar time, about 2,500 years. But in Chinese history, 5,000 years or more. Now they found something in the tomb and the turtle. There's a special sign above the turtle, about 7,000 years old. But you know, even earlier, we all know the knowledge of Mother Earth has been billions of years already. But you know, we cannot, no record there. So therefore, calligraphy is thousands of years art. But the unique art is I was in the spiritual journey from age 6. Then I studied Tai Chi. People know the Tai Chi movement. People know Qigong. Qi means energy. Meditation. People know meditation. Qigong is a Chinese style of meditation. Everybody knows Shaolin Kung Fu. Forceful. I went through this. And also I studied modern medicine as MD. I become a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncturist, herbalist. Then I become a artist. Now I'm the healer. I have trained thousands of healers worldwide. That is my little background.
How many of these symbols of Tao calligraphy are there? Are there a set number, or can you continue to create them for individuals?
Yeah, I create. In fact, we have 10 very standard one, because I said I use this for healing. For example, you are going to give me 5 minutes. I'm honored to do this. So, for example, 1,000 people lie down there. I just give you 2 or 3 stories. Some people has 30 years abdominal pain and daily. Can you imagine daily pain for 30 years? That's a Tao light massage. Right away, 1 or 2 sessions gone already. People has lupus. Everybody know lupus, how serious. And remarkable. Sleep disc, all kinds of pain. Even we have a document I want to report to public. We have a medical documents for more than 600 chronic and life-threatening conditions with Tao calligraphy, with the healing technique. I have offered, therefore, then I have 1,000 people follow me worldwide.
I'll tell you, I'm honored to have you on the program, and I am just in the process myself of slowly building this audience that we've been working on for almost 14 years. And I have to say that, though I'm not sure what this number really means, we podcast these programs on SoundCloud, and then they're distributed to other locations. And as of this program, we have over 34,000 listens. Not even close to what your participant number is, but nonetheless, I am gratified that people are listening. And so, when you put the word out there, is there a particular combination? Obviously, they are combined issues. They're these kinds of things that these framed Tao calligraphy. Do you use a single one, or do you use them in combination?
Yes, I'm doing, like I said, we have, you ask such a very important question. I have 10 unique symbol. First one, watch, I'm creating. First one is Da Ai. Da Ai means greatest love. My teaching, love melts all blockage. Think about the baby crying, oh, darling, mother, father. So therefore, we all need love. Second is another art. Da Kuan Shu. Kuan Shu means forgiveness. Everybody think about between husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, family members, friend. The relationship is such a big challenge for humanity. Da Kuan Shu, greatest forgiveness. I forgive you, you forgive me, bring love, peace, harmony. Next one is Da Ci Bei. Ci Bei means compassion. Everybody we need compassion, because that's why you ask me. That every symbol has meaning for service to transform people's life. Next one is Da Guangming. We quickly go through this. Da Guangming means greatest light. The next one, Da Qianbei. Qianbei is the greatest humility. Ego is the biggest enemy for life. Next one is Da Fu, greatest service. The purpose of life is to serve. Next one is Da Changsheng. For example, some people has a business. Some people has a business $1.5 million per year. Pretty good. Then I wrote a calligraphy like this calligraphy, and they put heaven source, put a love light, frequency, vibration within. The owner every day come to office, just use the hand, tracing. I wrote a book, Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. 10 minutes, about 10 minutes a day, 1.5 years later, the business from 1.5 million become 6 million. That is how financial blessing through the calligraphy. And some people increase 1 year, increase 10 times. It's hard to believe, because the calligraphy is not only for healing sickness, it can be rejuvenation, it can use for rejuvenation, for relationship blessing, and also for financial blessing. This is Da Changsheng. Next one is Da Gan. In the life, how important show gratitude. Gan is gratitude. Next one is Da Fu. Fu is greatest service. Last one is Da Yuanman. Yuanman is enlightenment. And this is the spiritual journey. So therefore, I use 10 most powerful signal. I call 10 highest quality for one's life. Of course, you are right. And all the Chinese language, because it's art. For example, everybody, 健康. 健康 is good health. We needed 快乐. 快乐 is happiness. Then 长寿. 长寿 is longevity. And anything you write, it's just because unique art, unique format, Tao calligraphy.
All right, so before we continue here, let me ask you, the framed calligraphy directly behind you.
Yes.
What is that?
Tao. That's Tao.
That is just Tao.
Tao. This is Tao. Tao means a source. See, exactly. See. Tao. Yeah. Tao is a
Yes.
source.
Okay. So as we continue here talking on Tell Me Your Story with Dr. Master Sha about Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, that is the title also of the book that is available at and through drsha.com, DRSHA.com. I wanted to ask you about the ink, the paper, the frame. Is the material that is used important, or could I just do it if I were to learn this art of Tao calligraphy healing, creating these images? Could I put it on anything, or is it best to use certain materials because they help to maybe, I don't know, accentuate the power, the healing power? Or is the power more in the actual symbol, whether you did it with a crayon or whether you did it with organic, I don't know, berry ink or something of this nature?
You are correct. So I will see Tao calligraphy has a special paper behind me, special white paper, special factory, because this is called material, professional calligraphy in a special paper. But your question is so correct. If I use like a computer printing paper, I write a calligraphy, it works also. I just give you one story. So I have 1,000 stories. One man in China, bird flu, like a virus infection. Now everybody know the COVID. So his one lung collapsed. The second lung, 30% function. Therefore, doctor really concerned, they want to cut him to breathe in. Then what I did, they request me remotely. I just use a computer paper. I use a brush. I connect with the source. I put the power inside. So I tell them like a tracing, like here, like you tracing. I said the whole family tracing because there's a love light frequency within. They do not know how this works. They just get my instruction, tracing, connect. This is the healing art. Then the whole family tracing by one day, lung recovered. How can you believe this? This is, and I said, we have a document about the 600 individuals. We have also, plus I give another example. People a lawyer has breast cancer 3 years later, spread to the liver. Everybody, 80% the liver covered by cancer. You can see how serious. Pancreas and the liver cancer are the worst cancers. So therefore, this lawyer went to US, many countries, but basically, doctor said, sorry. And she and her husband are crying, hold together. The husband said, we have 3 children. I die for you. The woman said, no, it's my issue. How can you die for me? But the lady was in Netherlands. I was in this studio. I use normal calligraphy paper. I wrote the calligraphy, and I just transmit a light from a calligraphy. I transmit the light, come to her liver. Then we have the technique. People practice. Within 2 months, 80% liver cancer become a small dots. Now, no more. A few months later. So this is really hard to believe. We have a brain cancer, lung cancer. I do not promise anything, but this is unique healing art. More and more people. I have created more than 5,000 healers. And now, just by 2 weeks ago, one healing event, 1,700 healers around the world. I do every half year, do one time. Next time, more than 700. But this is like people realize in ancient wisdom, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. If you want to know the really Tao calligraphy works, experience it. How about Richard? You give me 5 minutes, I do a demo healing with my Tao calligraphy. And also all your listeners can come to drsha.com every Saturday, 10 to 11 a.m. first time free service, first time for humanity. That's my heart, my love.
Well, thank you. And now is that 10 a.m. Pacific?
Yeah, 10 a.m. No, 10 a.m. Eastern New York
Eastern.
time.
All right. So that'll be 7 a.m. Pacific time for us here on the West Coast. I'm in Santa Barbara, California. And I thank you for that. And I'm going to give you that 5 minutes here in just a moment as we continue here on Tell Me Your Story, New Paradigms for a New World. I'm talking with Dr. Master Sha, and we are talking about the Tao Calligraphy healing field. We'll get into that specifically here in just a moment. But first of all, I want to ask, if I may, what part of, I mean, China is huge. I mean, it's enormous. So for me to ask you where you're from, what part of China you're from, actually means nothing to me. Obviously, you are from China as far as the continent is concerned. But I want to find out from you about the influence that especially Chinese medicine has had on the world, and especially in the States, in the United States where I am. And one of the things I find so fascinating about people in this country is how resistant they are. Well, how many tests have been done? Has it been approved by the FDA, et cetera, et cetera? And correct me if I'm wrong in my perspective here, Master. Chinese medicine has been around for over 5,000 years, has never had an FDA. The Chinese just know that it works, and it does.
Yes, traditional Chinese medicine based on yin-yang philosophy. Many people heard about like this. You can see like this as the most important. Everybody, I think you saw the logo like this. Like this.
Yes.
So this is yang, has a yin eye. There's a yin, has a yang eye. So what is the yang? Fire nature. Fire nature, heat, hot, and the fire flows up. Fire exciting. Yin nature is like water nature. Water nature, cold, and the water from a mountain flows down, river, ocean. Due to gravity, water nature, and the water is calm. So our body, back side is yang, front side is yin. Upper is yang, lower is yin. In the internal organ, for example, liver is yin organ, gallbladder is yang organ. It's a 5 element. Liver and gallbladder is wood element. So therefore, yin yang, this yang, the yang, yin yang universal law, and the 5 element universal law. So then they do a parse reading, read the tongue, ask you questions, and the doctor give you, they found out, okay, which element, wood, fire, earth, mental element, yin yang imbalance. Then through the 1,000 years, they have a proper herbs. Everybody know food. You eat a fruit, this fruit, vitamin C, that the fruit, vitamin E, some herbs working for this, herbs working for that. So there are so many, they accumulate 1,000 years for countless cases. There are famous doctors, they use herbs, use acupuncture, use Chinese massage. Like you said, even WHO, World Health Organization, they got thousands MD to do acupuncture training for the pain control, because acupuncture is amazing. I'm the expert for acupuncture. So therefore, traditional Chinese medicine have served 1,000 years. Now acupuncture getting much more popular. When I was in Honolulu, eye specialist told me, Go Ji Zi one herbs is a phenomenal result for glaucoma, for many eye issues, because eye has a special sense inside that the herbs carry that special sense to nourish the eyes. So therefore, traditional Chinese medicine have served millions of people through 1,000 years. Now you are said amazing. It's truly amazing.
Do you need to know the condition that a person has before you can draw the Tao calligraphy for the healing field?
Of course, the best way is that people say that, okay, I have breast cancer, I have heart hypertension, diabetes. But you ask such intelligent questions. If the person does not give me their condition, I still can draw Tao calligraphy. Watch here, the wisdom like this. I use I as example. So the calligraphy, the secret like this. This is like a human being. Then when I teach calligraphy, watch some people are normally writing like this. Balanced way. Watch some people like this. You know, the trouble is their head. This person definitely have a head issues. If some people write like this, watch if some people write like this, watch, they have trouble here on the chest area. Just by writing, I know. If you write from, you don't need to tell me, you write a calligraphy, I know where's your blockages. So therefore, if the person tell me, I help you. I help them. Like you questions, if people do not tell me, okay, you do not tell me, does not matter. I write a balanced way. You just trace. Use your hand to trace. Like this one. Watch here. This is my Tao calligraphy healing field.
Yes.
This is the Tao. See the back. The people you are listening to Richard interview. You do not know. You didn't tell me anything. But it is working for everybody. The reason is a balanced concept. We have some blockages. It carries love light. It carries source. Source invisible. No time, no space. Love frequency. That creator's power I do not have. It's just I was trained and received this power. I put in a calligraphy. Then I'm your servant. Then this calligraphy, for example, in New York, there are about 40 people in the painkiller, from cancer, from trauma, from inflammation, from the pain. 3 months. Use this calligraphy. That greatest love. Then they are not my student. They do not know anything about me. Use this book. Use this calligraphy. Commit half hour to 45 minutes a day. You know what? People have a pain. They do 2 times, 1 time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Then 3 months later, beyond heart touching, doctor presented in a medical conference worldwide. So therefore, this is Tao calligraphy that can serve medical community. We have hospital research. That is calligraphy. You can do self-healing. Even you do not know person condition, you just trace. There are different techniques. The title is called An Information System with 6 Sacred Tao Calligraphy to Empower You to Heal and Transform Your Life. Tao Calligraphy Healing Field.
It is really quite spectacular what you're talking about. I still have a few more questions before we give you that special 5 minutes that you were talking about. I want to ask you, you alluded to this early in the program. It sounds to me like this healing field through the Tao calligraphy can be, I guess the word might be applied to situations, circumstances, and not just physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual healing of an individual. Is that correct?
Yes. The reason, I may explain to you, a human being has a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body. In a physical body, pain, inflammation, tumor, cyst, cancer, trauma. Emotional body, we know anger, depression, sadness, depression, anxiety, suicidal guilt. Mental disorder, mental confusion, spiritual soul is very deep. Soul got lost, soul does not know where to move. So therefore, a human being has a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. But the blockages is we have the low frequency. Everybody watch here. Low frequency inside the body is like this. Watch here. The studio is dark. Inside the body, we have low frequency. Then the Tao calligraphy feel the light coming. Watch, right, be lighter. That's we come to room, the light light up the dark room. The same thing, spiritual healing, energy healing is a high frequency field and transform low frequency field, pain, inflammation, tumor, cancer, depression, anxiety. So therefore, why people suffer for decades, they could feel something different. You know, I do 1 hour, 5 minutes is just in ancient will taste a little bit. Nothing I can promise anything. But remember on Saturday, 10 to 11 a.m. Saturday, thank you, Richard. Anybody welcome. For example, you have chronic, life-threatening conditions. If you come to Saturday, you feel 1 hour, I feel good. You can come a few more times more. You will deeply appreciate Richard bring you to this unique healing. I try it. Nothing I can guarantee. My words, try it. I try to serve you, but I have thousand heart-touching results. More and more medical professional coming. I'm a servant. I love modern medicine. I study modern medicine. I honor every health professionals. I just offer the source remote. Remember, this is remote. Everybody listen to our show. There's no touch, no touching, no remedies. It's just invisible light. That's my service, unique.
And it's available through that link is available through your website, correct?
Yeah, everybody just go to drsha.com, DRSH.com, SHA.com right away. Saturday, like today is Wednesday, coming Saturday, last 2 or 3 weeks, thousands of people lie down, from 30, 40 country minimums. This is people feel because my first time is free service. Later, very little tiny support. Everybody can afford for that. Basically,
sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Before we take that 5 minutes, one other question. I've got many more, but I'm just going to ask one more, and then we're going to take that 5 minutes. Give that to you.
Yes.
In regards to what we've just been through here in the United States over the last, I'd said 14, 16, maybe going on 18 months, we lost thus far, as our conversation is ongoing right now, right around 600,000 human beings in this country alone to the coronavirus. Now, there will be those who will say, well, no, they actually died from blah, 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 that was exacerbated by. Well, if they hadn't had those underlying conditions, they might have survived. They might have had the internal strength to do that. Was there anything that the Tao healing, the Tao calligraphy healing field was or is able to do under those kinds of circumstances?
Yes, I want to see. Yes, I try to serve. I want to share with the public. We have the people COVID in coma, connect with the machine. We have many, but I cannot promise anything. I have trained the 5,000 spiritual healer because now in modern medicine, vaccine, they have their country, whole world, they have their way. But I'm just a small assist, and I do Tao calligraphy healing. For example, this just by last week, there's one lady in the screen. She's a nurse. She shared she got a COVID. She used my Tao calligraphy, really feel different. Anyway, can we start about for 5 minutes?
I'm going to give that to you right now as we're talking with Dr. Master Sha here on Tell Me Your Story, New Paradigms for a New World. I now turn this program over to you, Dr. Master, for the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Thank you so much. Everybody, can you do like that? This is a video, but I ask you put your one palm on the navel, the other palm, if you want to heal your heart, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, irregular beating. Okay, you have cold, some people COVID-19, thyroid issues, eye issue, ear issue, and stomach issue, kidney on the back. One palm on the part you need healing. Close your eyes. Even this video show you, I'll ask you to close eyes because I want this Tao calligraphy light, invisible light come in to the area. Only choose one area. Emotion, anger is liver area, and grief is lung. 5 element, spleen is worry, and also kidney is fear, and anger is liver. Liver heart, depression, anxiety. And you just choose one area, relax 5 minutes to 10 minutes, more or less start. Everybody close eyes, relax first. Connect, 亮放在旁边. Connect with this Tao Calligraphy light wall. This is like a spiritual portal, because connect with heaven, with universe, stars, galaxy, with saints, Buddhas, divine, spiritual way. How Tao Calligraphy healing field includes love, light, frequency, vibration, and the nutrient, source nutrient liquid come to everybody now. 亮 music, come to everybody, just focus in one area, liver, back pain, heart, lung. Just exactly give you 5, 6, because the 5, 6, 7 minutes. And thank you, Richard, give me 10 minutes. Total relax. Relax from your head, your chest, your abdomen, your legs. Golden light, calligraphy light. This light is invisible. If you can see through your spiritual eye, wonderful. Or see nothing, just relax. It's like a meditation. People know. Relax. This Tao Source light from calligraphy, this field coming to your head, neck, chest, abdomen, your legs. 2 more times. Tao Calligraphy light coming to you, head, neck, the golden light goes through chest, abdomen, and in the legs. Everybody remain your eyes closed. We all know car wash. When we go to car wash shop, the car drive through, water wash. After go out, car is very clean. But that's, if I explain this way, you understand this Tao Source love light. Wash your skin, your muscle, your tendon, your organ, because the pain, inflammation, tumor, cancer is a negative message, negative information, energy. How? We only do 2 minutes. Continue. Tao Calligraphy love light. Wash away the negative information, energy, matter for your pain. If you have inflammation, tumor, cancer, cysts. Some people, Master Sha, some people face a relationship challenge with wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Ask for that. Then this is Tao Calligraphy field, a spiritual portal. The love, light, the frequency, vibration come to your relationships. Wash away the blockages. 3 minutes. Tao Calligraphy light. We are in this field. The field healing, no limitation. Now we have 1,000 people, not enough. When I was in India 10 years ago, there are local events, 1,000 people, TV broadcasting national-wise, millions of people watching. Feel the healing. Now I open to humanity. Where you receive at your home. Now we cannot travel because COVID condition, many countries locked down. Okay, 4 minutes already. 1 minute silent. Connect with this light. Tao Calligraphy is Tao art, source art. Carry the power. 1 minute silent. Enjoy the power. I will do 1 more minute. I will sing a Tao song. I create a Tao healing hand practitioner thousands. I create a Tao song. It's meaning it's not the Chinese, not the English, the Tao voice. I connect with the source to offer the service. With the Tao calligraphy healing field, with my Tao song, I'm singing the frequency vibration will add. Everybody focus on where on the area you need healing. 1 minute only. You ya, you ya, yo ya, yi ya, yo ya. Iya yo, iya 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 yo, ya iya iya yo, iya ya 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 iya hey, iya 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 you. Wash out your blockages. Wash out bright light. Bright light, Tao calligraphy light my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we thank you so much. I still have more questions as we continue talking with Dr. Master Sha here on Tell Me Your Story, New Paradigms for a New World. We're giving you choices and knowledge of those choices to help make your dreams come true. I tell you what, there are just no words to follow that. That is just fantastic. I'm going back to listen to that again when we're done here. That was really, really wonderful. I would have a feeling that even though that was only 5 minutes and I was to extend that out, in other words, listen to it over and over again, I would receive additional benefits from that. Is that right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
and
Let me-
also
Go ahead.
Saturday come to me. I do 1 hour service free for you. First time, always free.
Well, we will make it a point to do that. I look forward to that. I want to ask you from the perspective of the word healing, and this being the Tao calligraphy healing field. I have been trained as a Reiki master. And what I was taught about the energies that I am the conduit for, just as you are the conduit, you're the servant, you serve by bringing this energy through you and into the Tao calligraphy. I was told to let go of any intention, meaning that I was not to decide what was to happen for this person who, for example, I will give this example, which I've given many times. My father's brother, my Uncle Boyd was his name, had cancer, and he was going through chemo, doing all the usual stuff. And of course, we had just finished our Reiki Master training, and we asked if we could have a picture to do absentee healing. And so we took the picture, took it home, and we sat and we got prepared, and we sent the absentee healing. And following his funeral, we were told what had happened the days prior to his passing. He had gotten really, really angry. And this was also after the absentee healing. He got really angry and he threw his medication against the wall. He got into his wheelchair and he wheeled across the compound where he and his family lived to the house where his son and family were. And he went inside, and we'll just say he had a time of closure with his son. And it was shortly thereafter that he gave up the body. When I think about healing, and I was raised in broadcasting primarily for 15 years in a Christian radio station where we had prayer programs where people would call in for healing for various conditions. And I kept hearing the same people year after year after year. And it dawned on me they were not interested in healing. It had nothing to do with getting a healing. They were looking for a connection, for community. So when we start talking about healing, And this particular modality, Master, what is healing from the Tao calligraphy perspective?
Yes, thank you. So I said a human has a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body. Pain, tumor, cancer, depression, anxiety, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body. In one sentence, what is the cause? The cause is soul, heart, mind, energy, matter, has a negative information. What do you mean negative information? When you are angry, when you have a grief, when you have a fear, that the negative emotion will create a toxin for our body in modern medicine. You understand it very well. Everybody understand. So therefore, this anger, for example, in ancient wisdom, traditional Chinese medicine, when people anger, upset, like later some breast cancer tumor, some tumor happen. Because anger at the beginning is invisible, but it blocks our energy and blood flow, then some seeds come out. So therefore, physical, mental, emotional body, they have negative information, energy, matter. Therefore, they have a pain, inflammation, tumor, cancer, depression, anxiety. I give example. There's one doctor of psychology, Dr. Monique. And one day she received a phone call from the family member, her sister killed herself. She was so sad. She quit her job. She studied psychology. She wanted to find a solution. After she became a psychology, she shared in his documentary, she said she still so many things she could not help. Then later she studied, she became the special spiritual healer. She told everybody, she said that she realized that depression, anxiety is more than consciousness, mind over matter, is the soul issue, the heart issues. Therefore, she learned techniques, and she has a relationship with the sun. She deals with hundreds of depression, anxiety. In my teaching, one sentence: transform the heart, transform the soul first, that everything follows. So therefore, our soul is the information. Anger, depression, anxiety, stress, that's a negative information. They block energy, block blood flow. Healing is, you ask me one sentence, healing, Tao calligraphy healing, this is a positive field, can remove negative field. That's it. Push out. Remember just now, I said a few times, you are so smart, listen a few more times, and report to Richard, let me know. It's a free gift, could be nothing happen, could be dramatic change. Therefore, I open this field healing for humanity. I want to serve more. That's the point.
I couldn't agree with you more. And of course, many of the folks that are listening to this program are also interested in service, serving first and foremost, serving themselves, but with a small s, because we have to take care of number one in order to take care of number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I would take it that you have used this Tao calligraphy healing field on yourself.
Yes, of course, I use for myself. For example, if you sometimes overtired, you feel little right away, turn to calligraphy field, and sometimes maybe a little bit, it sounds like a sore throat pain starting, I stop. Because every time when I have a little bit of catch cold feeling, I instantly, so many times, I use calligraphy right away, and usually in 5 minutes, they adjust it. Because yin yang just start little imbalance, you balance right away. That's it. I use a lot.
Yeah. Well, we talk about a huge, we call it a smorgasbord. And that's what we place out every time one of these programs is broadcast. And we're adding something new to it with every broadcast, every podcast, every video cast. And we never ask anybody to take anything that doesn't resonate or vibrate with them. The beautiful thing, and you would probably agree with this, that once they have taken that which has vibrated, that vibrates with them, that resonates with them, and they start looking into it, their vibration starts to rise. Maybe their consciousness starts to rise. Then they come back to the table, and now they can partake of something new that back then in time didn't, but now it does. So that's part of the, shall we call it the transformational, I was going to say evolutionary process, but the transformational process that we're going through is we keep taking these new things in that we feel will be beneficial to us. And then something new, we'll say that it's new because what we're talking about here is thousands of years old, of course, but it's new to people in general right now. And to me, that's a wonderful thing. I mean, I hated tomatoes and olives when I was a kid. I can't get enough of them now.
That's very good. Okay, I can share at the end. So heart, mind, energy, matter. As a human being, I want to everybody know body, mind, spirit. I believe the soul is the boss. The heart is the second boss. The mind is the third boss. Millions of people are mind over matter, mindfulness, meditation, positive thinking, positive words. You mentioned earlier, you are in a Christian media people, prayer. That is mainly on the mind side, mind work. But now is soul over matter. Next step. Soul over matter is the message. For example, I receive heaven's song. I love my heart and soul. Just now you mentioned, serve yourself, enlighten yourself. I love all humanity. Join heart and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. We have a charitable public charity, love, peace, harmony.org. Millions of people listen to this song. There are too many heart-touching results. Try it.
We are talking with Master Sha, Dr. Master Sha, and the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field here on Tell Me Your Story. This has been an extraordinary program. And if you're listening to the broadcast or the podcast, you really need to go to the YouTube channel, Tell Me Your Story, Richard Dugan, and you need to watch because he draws this art. Is that the right word to use, Master? Art?
Yes. It's
okay.
Tao Calligraphy is the art beyond art.
Okay. I do have three final questions that I like to ask all of my guests as we wrap up the program, if I may. But again, I want to thank you for giving us so much time here on the program.
Oh, my great honor.
And I must also compliment you from a broadcast producer's perspective on the technical level, how fantastic your setup is there, your studio with your dry write, if you will, board that scrolls up. I love that. And your cameraman, your producer there, who is shifting back and forth. I have to tell you, it's the most technically savvy Zoom that we have done. And I compliment you and your staff for what you have created.
Thank you so much.
And before I ask you my three final questions, I do need to let our listeners know that this program is here Sundays at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Mondays at 1 a.m., as well as our special edition of Tell Me Your Story, Wednesdays at 9 a.m., all Pacific time, streaming live at richarddugan.com. The podcasts are at SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Stitcher, Player FM, Blueberry, and other locations that you folks are reposting our podcasts and videocasts to. And to that, we do have a YouTube channel. I've been mentioning it throughout. You can go there and you can watch these interviews. This is one you're going to want to watch. So please make the effort to do that. And then we ask that if you are so inclined, if you would like to support the work that we are doing here, we would greatly appreciate that. Any amount is greatly appreciated. And we'll take energy, energetic healing. We'll take Tao Calligraphy Healing Field energy as well to take this program to its conclude. It's a next logical level, if you will. We also ask you, by the way, that's why we have a PayPal and Patreon account. That's for your security as well as ours. And also, I didn't get to ask you this, but I'll ask it on another program because we definitely want to have you back, Master. And that is, we want you to participate in the Decade of Perfect Vision, the 2020s, where we encourage you to go within, to listen to that still small voice in that quiet, peaceful, calm place where you can get instruction and guidance and encouragement and information for you specifically. And so I hope that you will join us in doing that on a regular basis here over the coming days, weeks, months, as well as years. And with that said, my first question to you, and I guess I will keep it simple here from this standpoint. My first question is, who is Dr. Master Sha?
Dr. Master Sha is a servant for humanity. My purpose is to serve humanity for healing, for life transformation. The purpose of serve is to make others happier, healthier, and to empower, enlighten humanity. Mother Earth needs all of us to create the love, peace, harmony, Mother Earth.
What is it that you hope to or want to achieve through the work that you are doing now?
I want to serve humanity. I want to more and more people understand all the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body, all the relationship, all the finance is come from the heart. We have to purify our heart. Let it go. Do not be bothered. That's the key. You mentioned also, just now you mentioned Reiki or something. In the ancient teaching, emptiness, let it go. Human stuff, upsetting, me, and this ego issue. I'm so angry, I'm fear. Let it go. Therefore, transform the heart is to transform all.
And my final question, what is your life's purpose?
My life purpose, I answered already at the beginning. The purpose of life is to serve. To serve is to make others happier, healthier, empower, and enlighten. I have committed my life in this purpose.
Dr. Master Sha, I thank you once again for joining us, and I encourage people to go to drsha.com. That's drsha.com. We will be linked to your website so people can go straight there at the podcast, and it'll, of course, appear in the video as people are watching so that they can go to your website and continue their transformational and healing process. I like the concept with the yin and the yang of the balancing process. I think that's probably a good word to end on, balance. And that's what we're looking for.
Thank you so much.
And
you are excellent.
Thank you. And I thank you for listening and watching. Tell me your story, New Paradigms for a New World. We are giving you choices and knowledge of those choices to help make your dreams come true. And until our next broadcast, podcast, videocast, love to love.